take Georgia, and then we change the world. Yeah!
Sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Schumer?
Now we take Georgia, and then we change America.
In the final days until the crucial Georgia runoff elections, our next guest warns Democrats will try to transform America if they win the Senate.
Here with what's at stake, one of the contenders, Georgia GOP Senator Kelly Loeffler. Senator, good morning to you. You're in the final stretch. You've got a big visit coming from the president. Will be down in Dalton on Monday. What is the closing argument you're making to Georgia voters?
Well, Griff, good morning. Our closing statement is to get out and vote. The future of the country is on the ballot here in Georgia. We're the battleground. We're the firewall for stopping socialism. And you heard Chuck Schumer in that clip say he wants to change America. His radical agents of change are our opponents, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. They would be a rubber stamp for Chuck Schumer's radical agenda to reshape this country into something unrecognizable. We're going to hold the line here in Georgia, but I need all Georgians to get out and vote. And that's why we're crisscrossing this state nonstop. I was in South Georgia this weekend, heading up to North Georgia now, right after this. And I'm looking forward to making sure that Georgians understand exactly what's at stake here, because that's what we're fighting for. And we're going to keep up that work until next Tuesday, a week from today. But polls are open now until Thursday. Regular business hours. We need Georgians to get out and vote, make sure their friends and family have a plan to vote, make your voice heard. That's what the president's coming down to Georgia to do.
Senator, before I ask you your question, I want everyone to know that we did invite your opponent, Raphael Warnock, to the program. We did not get a response. I want to ask you about him because there have been some recent revelations from his wife that he was involved in a domestic violence incident. What is your perception of how that is being received, particularly by women in Georgia?
Well, Rachel, it's incredibly troubling, and Georgians deserve answers to this. And obviously, my heart goes out to her. This is a very serious issue. And these are the questions that the media here in Georgia they're refusing to ask Raphael Warnock, his history here with these abuse claims. And also, we've recently learned, as I asked him in our debate, he obstructed an investigation into child abuse at a camp that he ran at his church. He refused to answer those questions. Now the victim has come out and he's talking about it. My heart goes out to him. This is a very serious issue. Why isn't the media covering it? But most importantly, why is Raphael Warnock not answering these questions about his role in this abuse and why he obstructed this investigation? We have to get to the bottom of it. This is disgusting. It's disqualifying, and Georgians deserve answers.
Senator Loeffler, I know in the previous couple of weeks, both you and your Republican colleague, David Perdue, have been proud of the stimulus relief bill, the coronavirus relief bill that was passed. President Trump wanted more, though. He wanted more than $600 checks going to Americans. He wanted to increase that amount to $2,000. That's been passed now in the House. It's going to go to the Republican-controlled Senate. So will you support that bill, that encouragement from the president once it gets to the Senate?
Well, look. The president has fought for our country from day one. He continues to fight for every single American. I've stood by the president 100% of the time. I'm proud to do that. And I've said, absolutely, we need to get relief to Americans now, and I will support that. But look, here's the issue. Democrats have blocked relief time and again. That's why we're in this situation as a country. We've tried to pass that relief since this summer. Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, they've admitted that they held it up because they were playing politics with the lives of Georgians and all Americans around this election. And we have to hold Democrats accountable on January 5th because that's what's on the ballot. Who's going to fight for the American people? That's what David Perdue and I have been doing since day one, and we're going to continue to do that.
So, Senator, it sounds like you'll vote to support the president's push for the $2,000 checks, but will you vote to override his veto, which will come up in the Senate soon, on the defense authorization bill?
Well, look, Griff, I have been proud to support our men and women in the military. President Trump has been a huge champion for our military in rebuilding it, in securing our national defense. And we're going to continue to make sure that we support our men and women in the military. But look, my opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock has said that you can't serve God and serve in the military. That's wrong. That's an attack on our military. And he would be the first in line to stand with Chuck Schumer and cut funding to our military. Georgia's an incredibly important military state in this country, and I will always stand with our men and women in the military, and I thank President Trump for fighting for them.
Senator Loeffler, I'd love to focus in. Your state has been the focus of everyone's attention for quite some time now, but you have some pros and some cons, it looks like, going into your election. On the con side, there are many that have questions about the election integrity in Georgia. There are many who are suggesting, Georgia is the center of all of our election controversy. On the pro side, everyone knows what's on the line, what's at stake when it comes to your races. I believe the number's now north of 1.3 million or so votes that have already come in Georgia. Is that a pro or a con? There's so much early voting. Does that favor you and David Perdue, the Republicans, or does that favor the Democrats?
Well, over 2 million have now voted, and that is a pro. We need Georgians to turn out and vote for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, like President Trump said, because the future of the country is on the ballot. And early voting is open here until Thursday. We need Georgians to get out and vote, because we have to make sure that we're the firewall to stopping the radical agenda of Chuck Schumer. He wants to fundamentally change this country. That's why I'm crisscrossing the state. That's why David's out every single day, and we're going to get this job done. But we need Georgians to turn out and vote. And we've invested in a significant operation here to make sure that the vote is fair. We've got 4,000 poll watchers. We're in the courts right now. We're going to make sure it's fair, but we need Georgians to do their part and vote, and preferably vote early. In-person voting, is efficient and quick and safe and secure, and we're going to make sure that happens.
Well, that election is in less than a week. A lot riding on that. We wish you luck, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Rachel.